Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, hey girl, my name is Lucy. I always say to stay subscribed. We have a good time on this channel. You've seen by the title, this is a part 3 of things social media have made normal, but they really aren't normal. If you've not seen part 1 and part 2, I'll have a link in the description box below. Go ahead and watch it. You want to watch part 1 and part 2. Trust me. Let's get right into the video. The first thing I want to talk about is internet doctors. That's what I call it. So self-medication, self-diagnosis, all the things that, we do with our health nowadays has become normal. So you see this thing of like everyone sharing their opinion about how to take care of your health has become so normal. I am very guilty of this. I'm guilty of this in different ways. I mean, from, being the consumer of this type of content and actually following the things that they recommend that you do, and also being the one to share my opinion health-wise, once or twice. I think I've shared that before, but I don't think it's normal either, whether it's me that is doing it or somebody else. I'm an hypochondriac, right? That's what they call it. People that are pretty much scared of health or have health scared. You have health anxiety. I'm that. And before this new internet era and this new internet wave, I would have this thing where I would Google everything, and I still do, but now it is better. My anxiety is better. I've been seeking help, which honestly, if you have anxiety issues, I would definitely advise that you seek help. Your therapist will be able to help you. So it's a psychological problem. Being scared that you have everything and, trying to solve what is not damaged, basically, is a psychological health problem. You see someone on TikTok or Instagram sharing their opinion, giving their 2 cents about how you should take care of your health, especially for weight loss and bloating. Oh my God, or for flat tummy, belly. Oh, Jesus Christ. Or for energy, for strength, from people that did not even have the thought of going to medical school. Talk more of actually taking a class or 2. Course, nothing. It's become normal for us to actually lean towards those people for advice on our health than actually booking an appointment with your GP and going to seek for help. It's crazy to me. Now, there are certain health conditions that I feel like when people share it, it's helpful. For instance, if you're dealing with psychological health issues like anxiety, depression, and all of that, there are normal people, regular people that come online and share their experiences, and honestly help. I have a page on TikTok and on Instagram. It's the same person that I follow and about anxiety, and it's spot on. She shares her struggles because they're personal struggles, and then what she has done so far, how she's dealing with it. I think it's called Unsolicited, something like that. Listen, I'm gonna link it in the description box below, so you guys, if you want to check it out, I'll link it. But those kind of pages are quite helpful because they're like regular people talking about the same thing that you're struggling with. Because with this page I follow, she doesn't really give like a solution, I would say, but she shares her symptoms just so you don't feel alone. And that's the reason why I love her page, because sometimes I'm going through some things, I can't spot it as anxiety, or I can't spot it as me having an episode or an attack, or some strange things just happen to me and I'm like, I feel like I'm going crazy. But when I go to this girl's page, she has her symptoms there, but those ones are normal. I'm talking about the ones that ask you to mix lemon and spinach with salt and avocado, and then you're automatically going to have a slim tummy. Or those ones that tell you how to deal with something as serious as energy, those kind of serious health issues that could be as a result of you deficient in one vitamin or the other, right? There are people that deal with sleep, like have trouble sleeping. I have given solutions before on my channel on what has helped me, and they're usually like meditation, apps that help. Oh, and also I use magnesium, and I'm not gonna lie, this is the reason why I said that I am a victim of this, because this wave of taking magnesium glycinate and taking ashwagandha and taking all these other supplements, they are good for you, but you also need to seek advice. You need to consult with a professional, because what works for one person that doesn't harm one person might do the complete opposite for you. But because your influencer celebrities, they took this and it makes them feel good, doesn't mean that it will work for you the same way. You could take it and you will die, and that's something people don't really understand. Whenever I see something on the internet and someone says it worked for them, I instantly want to try. And I feel like that's how we've been conditioned. Our minds have been conditioned these days. It's good to try, but when it comes to your health, please, let's not gamble with it. There was a time when they said L-glutamine was good. L-glutamine is good, but you need to actually have gut issues. Like your gut health needs to be bad for L-glutamine to work. And most people don't even think about that. They just do it. Maybe they have 1 or 2 symptoms that the person is actually describing, and they just run and then they go and get it and then it doesn't work. We all are wasting our money these days. Like, we go out and spend on ridiculously expensive products and items that we don't even need. Some of us, our issues can be solved with water, like just drink water. Or some of us are just deficient in like vitamin B, iron, all these kind of things that have major effect on the rest of our body or in other areas or other aspects of our body. You're mixing all this concussion in your body. Do you even know the side effects of it? It has become an aesthetic to actually self-medicate. So you have people with the cute medicine organizers. I'm not lying, I also have like 2 or 3 in my drawer because it's cute. I have vitamins that I take, but that's because I have done my blood work and I know what I am lacking. And most of the vitamins that I take, they were prescribed by my doctor after my blood work. Most people don't even know what their blood work looks like. They don't know what is actually happening inside of them, but they just feel a type of way. Instead of them actually consulting with a professional, they just run to TikTok, Instagram. Oh my god, before we conclude, let me talk about the energy drinks. Do you all know how harmful energy drinks are to your body? As a morning routine, they say it's a replacement for coffee. They pump their system with a lot of energy drink because influencer A, influencer B, influencer C, influencer D said it helps them. They've successfully replaced coffee with that. I'd rather take coffee, which is also not really good for you, but I'd rather take that than pump my system every morning with an energy drink. Why? That's damaging for your heart. But what I know, I'm not a professional, but what I do know is it is not the most healthy thing for you to do, to be drinking energy drinks every single day. There are people that actually finish 5, 6 cans of it, 4, 3, even 1. Honestly, I am iffy. Like, I rarely drink energy drinks because I just know how bad it is for you. I usually ask, what's the point of substituting caffeine for caffeine? Like, anyway, vitamins, all these fruits, all these energy drinks, all this herbal tea, these are the things they ask you to drink so you can look and feel nice, have a healthier skin, cure all the diseases that you have in this body. Please go and see a professional. It isn't normal for you to rely on the internet, what your influencer says, or anybody that just feels like they could just pick up their phone and make a video about health. I remembered one last thing I'll say about this point before I move from it, because I know it's huge and I really have a lot to say, but I don't want the video to be too long. You know, there are people that actually feel like Botox, which it is true. Botox that can help you with your headaches is called the masseter Botox, right? If you don't have grinding issues, you could have you completely like the broad under face, broad jaw or stiff jaw or masculine jaw or wide jaw, right? That could be how you were created. That could simply mean that that's just how you are. It doesn't necessarily mean that you grind. Masseter Botox helps with, you know, the grinding of the teeth that actually makes your face wider, and that could also help with headache because when you grind in your sleep, like when you keep grinding in your sleep, it's like you're lifting weights. You know what happens when you lift weights, like you gain muscle. So you pretty much gain muscle in your jaw area, and that could cause headaches because in your sleep you're still grinding. If you have anxiety, you could have the grinding issue because anxiety makes people grind. But please and please and please, if you don't have the issue but you have the wide face, you don't need masseter, because all these skin people, health people on the internet will tell you go and get masseter as long as your face is wide, as long as you have headaches. You have to check, and I hope you're going to the right clinic or the right esthetician, how they call them, that will tell you the truth if your white face is caused by you grinding. If it's not, you don't need it. You're wasting your money. Botox is not that cheap. Anyway, let's move to the next point. Just know all of this medical advice is okay for your knowledge, but it's not really knowledge if it's not real information. So you need to go and see your doctor. Next thing I want to talk about, soft life. I have made several videos about soft life on my channel, and I've explained what soft life means to me. It just means a life of ease. We can call it whatever it is. Soft is soft, fragile, you know, slow, calm. Ease, pretty much the same thing. Leaning onto your feminine side, your feminine energy, and not always trying to overdo. It means take life one day at a time. Reach out to people for help. You don't have to do things on your own. I have said this so many times on my channel. Whatever that you can do to make your life easy, you do it. You pick peace and happiness over hardship, stress, drama. It means actually picking yourself, setting boundaries, making sure that your mental health, physical health, emotional health is secure and safe. That is completely different from what people think soft life is. They feel like soft life means quitting your job and depending on somebody else. I really don't understand it. I have seen so many videos on TikTok especially describing soft life as luxury. Them being in one yacht or them walking into designer stores and buying stuff, which soft life generally could mean that to different people. But realistically speaking, that is unrealistic. I feel like the picture of soft life being painted out there. I know there are some people that actually get the meaning of soft life and they live accordingly and they actually share their opinion. I've watched several good videos about soft life and I resonate. But majority of the soft life videos and content being put out there is living large. It's having expensive things. It's going on expensive trips, expensive dates, walking into designer stores. I have seen so many people even talk about manifestation and affirmation, but in a very different light, and I'm like, that is not what it means. Manifesting goodness into your life obviously can be wealth as well, which should be wealth because who doesn't want to live good? But it's this unrealistic picture of you need to live that type of shiny life for you to be considered someone who is living a soft life. Absolutely not. You could live your normal life. Living a soft life is you being able to provide for yourself. You should please never ever lean on someone to be good. You should be able to take care of yourself first before somebody else should come in and take care of you. I preach feminine energy, divine feminine energy, you know, relaxing and letting someone lead, relaxing and letting someone help you and save you and love you, right? But if the person isn't there, you should be able to do that for yourself. So the person is an add-on and not necessarily a necessity. The idea and the picture of living a soft life or tapping into your divine energy or manifestation or affirmation is solely dependent on somebody else. And it's usually dependent on a man, if we're being honest. When people use these sounds on TikTok and Instagram, it's usually them being sponsored on like different trips or someone gifting them or them walking into a room filled with, you know, designer items and stuff that definitely they didn't get for themselves. And I'm like, that's the wrong picture. Let's not do that. It's not normal. This is not your life. You living a soft life doesn't have to be this. Them painting that picture is all on them, is what they want to do. It's not what you should do. Your soft life journey, your femininity journey should be completely different from what is painted on the internet. The internet makes it seem like there is no one living an actual happy life without all these flashy things. There are people that are living the best, may I add. They're having the best time of their lives, living in peace and harmony. They are completely happy, but they don't even have one designer item. They don't go on all these fancy and, you know, extravagant trips. They don't eat in all these 5-star Michelin star restaurants. They don't do that, but they are the happiest people on earth, and that is completely fine. That is peace. Whatever peace means to you, that's what you should be focusing on. I made a video about how to be truly happy, and I said in that video, opening that video, I said happiness means different things to different people. I can't tell you that this is what's making me happy and that's going to make you happy. No. I'm not going to tell you that soft life means this to me and it makes me happy, so you need to do the same thing so that you can be happy and you can live a soft life. Absolutely not. Whatever peace, ease, calmness, tranquility means to you, my love, by all means do that. Let's talk about the third thing, birthdays. I added birthdays into this because my birthday just passed. It was a week ago. I had a good time. I had an amazing time. It was really eye-opening. Like, it was a birthday of reflection for me. I had such a sweet time. I went on a solo trip. I rarely even did anything on that trip. I cried a lot on that trip, being completely transparent. It was like an eye-opening experience. I feel like birthdays are usually like that day where everything just comes rushing to you. You start to seriously reevaluate your life because you're looking at the numbers and you're like, oh, it's going up, you know? But I really had a lot of time to myself and I loved every moment of it, right? Birthday is in here because there are certain expectations. Nowadays, it's the same way people expect you to share different things in your life, like milestones in your life, share everything you're doing, and if you don't share with them, it's not happening. It's the same thing for birthday, same thing for Valentine. So pretty much, I'm not even just going to say birthdays, I'm going to say events or special dates or special dates. in your life. So Valentine's, Christmas, New Year, Easter sometimes. Easter is pretty much for family, so people don't really expect too much, to be honest. Thanksgiving and all that, people don't expect too much. Birthdays, Christmas, New Year, Valentine's Day, people expect you to do the most. So you should have a special person that will probably maybe do heaven and earth for you, because obviously that's what the internet says it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have shoots, which I love shoots for birthdays. Cool, it's nice, but you don't have to. Sis, you don't have to. Like I said, I love to do it. I have the means to do it. I like to do it. You don't have to. It's the fact that most people feel pressured to actually show up for the internet on their own birthday. Why? Why exactly? Why do you need to show up for people? Why do you need to show out for people on your birthday, a day that is peculiar to you, a day that is special to you? That urge, that need to fulfill people's expectations is quite shocking. And aside from even showing up, it's like, okay, you must have something going on those days. Something must be happening for you. Valentine's Day is pretty much the same. You must post yourself with flowers or something, or someone took you on a date. The same thing for birthday. Someone must take you on a date. Your friends might surprise you with something. Like, it's not normal. If you have friends, family, if you do things, you can do them in private. You know, the funny thing is, like I said, if you don't have those things, if you don't post those things, not even having it, if you don't post them, then people assume you didn't really do anything for your birthday. The fourth thing I want to talk about is this new wave of having friends, or having a lot of friends, or having popping and cool hot friends. It's a thing. You know how girls trip is a thing right now? I'm so weak because this topic, I want to make a specific video about friendship. There's been a lot of noise about having friends or not having friends. On the internet, it's a red flag if you don't have friends. Like, it's the most crazy thing to me. I don't even know who started that, but the conversation is ongoing. I'm so mad about this because I'm one person that I don't have a lot of friends, and I have my reasons why, and I'm going to talk about that in like that dedicated video about friendship, right? But it's people's justification to how you are a toxic person if you don't have a lot of friends for me, while they are out there doing girls trips when all of them hate each other. They have 1,000,000,001 friends where they're all snitching on each other. They can't even stand each other. It's the amount of fake friendships nowadays for me, just because you're trying to build and bake a pack, to be honest, good looking friends, just to say, oh, all my friends and I were bad, we're good looking, we have good bodies. It's so crazy to me, this generation and how we think. For you to have a lot of friends, and not just even having a lot of friends, a lot of good looking friends. There've been a lot of controversies, a lot of scandals and drama and all that around people saying they go through a selection process for their friends based on looks. Based on looks. I just wonder what's going to happen to us in like a year or two from now, or 3. Okay, let me not say a year, because a year is pretty much around the corner. Let's say 2 or 3 years from now. Like, I don't even know how we'll be thinking at that point, because if we're thinking like this already, so crazy to me. It's like, you have to have a lot of cool friends. You have to be around the popping girls. When you're walking to a place, you need to drag attention. You guys need to steal the show. What's the point of stealing the show if all of you secretly hate each other and in competition with each other? I do have friends that I love, but I could count them one hand. And if we're ever together, I don't even think my focus, my attention, my head, my thought is on if people are looking at us, or if we're gaining attention, or if people see us as baddies. We're having a good time. Who cares about what people think if we look good as a pack, or if we look good as friends, collective? Like, it doesn't make any sense. People have friends for specific reasons, and that's okay. But nowadays, people literally have friends for specific reasons, in the sense that friends for good outfits, friends for going out for drinks, friends for clubbing, friends for just dinner, like expensive dinner, friends for TikTok, to make TikTok challenges with. I have always said this: people that we hang around, people that we give our attention, our time to, either make or break us. And if you hang around the wrong people, the worst people, they would drag you down. Like, they would destroy your life. You would waste your life on useless things. You'll be so backward, because by the time you pick up yourself, by the time you realize how far gone you are in that deep dark hole, you'll be in a sunken place. You know what? It is not normal to have a lot of friends. In fact, It's the other way around for me. If you have too many friends, I will stay far. Next point, my last point, because this video is long and I feel like I'm screaming at you guys. Hair trend. I've spoken about hair in regards to how frequent you should change your hair, right? But I wanted to touch on hair trends because it's a thing. There was once a time where sew-ins were popular. There was once a time where lace closures were popular. There was once a time where lace frontals were popping. Like, if you're not wearing lace frontals, you don't have money. You're broke as hell. You're not popping, you're not trending, you're not part of the squad, the pack. Like, you're literally dead to people. We are in this era because lace frontals and lace closures and all that kind of stuff, in fact, lace anything is beginning to die down, and I can understand for some certain reasons why, because it is quite hectic. We're back to sewing, but with different techniques, like with eye tips and tapings. Yeah, like I said, I'm a victim of most of the thing, and I have tried pretty much all of it. I'm gonna be honest, I really liked it, but I wouldn't do it again. If I would do it again, it would probably maybe be with a hair sponsor with a salon or something like that, right? But personally, just sit down and go and buy tapings and eye tips and do it, absolutely not. Most people don't consider their own hair when it comes to these trends, these hair trends. They just see it looks good on their influencers and their favorite people on the internet, and they just rush and go and do it. And when your head becomes bald, you wonder why. Because we like to follow things that would lead us to, you know what, let me not say what I'm about to say, because tell me why you cannot stick with what works for you already. I watched a vlog yesterday and the influencer pretty much said, oh, what do I look like doing like a traditional sewing? That's pretty much in the 80s. When I did that, I was like in high school and stuff. We don't do that anymore, sis. We do either hybrid sewings or just pretty much a head full of tapings. That's so ghetto. I'm gonna say this in the calmest way possible because I feel like explaining it doesn't even make any sense, because you already know what I'm saying. You don't need to go with the trend. What works for you works for you. If it looks good on you, you're able to make it look good. Keep doing it. Besides, hair is not cheap. The service is even much more expensive. Whatever works for you, you do it. And besides, with tapings, do your research if you want to do it. I'm not saying to not follow the trends. Do it at your own risk. You don't have to do it anyway if you can't even afford it, because they are so expensive. If it's not your thing, you shouldn't. Oh my god, I can't speak. You can't do it. You shouldn't do it. Leave it alone. Now, that's pretty much everything that I have for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, linked in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Those of you that are listening in your car, at your job, you at home, I don't care where you at. Turn this up right now, because we're about to go in. Hey, sit there.